Hey guys, Foxdrop here with another breakdown video in partnership with the Acer Predator Training Room. The theme of today's video is baiting, how you can use baits to get yourself advantages. Just to set some ground rules, guys, the word master is completely disallowed in this baiting video from myself and from you guys in the comments. But that's actually the only rule we have. So let's jump right into it, shall we? The first bait we'll be taking a look at is in this clip here, where we're following an unwitting Graves as he runs into the river and gets surprised, ambushed by a Trundle waiting for him in the bush. In the 1v1, the Trundle absolutely obliterates the Graves. He gets sent to the Shadow Realm, and Trundle picks himself up a nice cheeky kill. The bait in this clip comes from, as I mentioned, that Scuttle Crab. And as this clip opens up, we can see that it has that little yellow marker on the minimap, which means it's about to spawn pretty soon. And because junglers love going for these Scuttle Crabs because they're quite valuable, it's free gold, it's free experience, you can tell that there's a decent chance that the enemy jungler will show up around that area. So what Trundle does in this situation is he waits. He knows that Graves will be showing up, so instead of actually going for the Scuttle Crab himself, he sits there, waits for Graves to show up, and then pounces on Graves. It's a much better bounty to be getting a champion kill than simply a Scuttle kill, and in this situation, Trundle gets both. The art of this play really is thinking forward a little bit, thinking about things from the enemy jungler's perspective, and using what you think he might be doing against him. And as you saw from Trundle's perspective on the minimap, there's actually a ward deep in Graves' jungle. So as a side note, this pink ward is really bloody good. It's tucked away so it's not going to get killed by the enemy team, and it gives you some decent information. The next bait I want to show you surrounds another neutral objective in that top side river, except this one's slightly bigger than the crab. This one is that big purple worm, Naran Basher. Lee Sin has a hunch the enemy team is going for it, so he wants to check it. Unfortunately, as he walks close to that blast cone, he's going to get hit up with the Varus ultimate and taken down. Not only is he taken into the Shadow Realm, but he's also taken out of this game as he hits that juicy Alt F4. This bait right here is ridiculously simple, but also extremely important if you want to increase your chances of securing neutral objectives such as Baron and Dragon. And trust me, you do want to increase your chances of securing those. If you are the team who has the upper hand and you can threaten that Baron or Dragon play, it's really important that you put your control wards down, you get your sweepers out, deny that vision from the enemy team. You saw in this situation, Lee Sin was completely blind as to whether or not the enemy team was actually going for that Baron, which led him to have to walk closer to find out. And the important thing is as well, not just to go for that Baron, but to set up that bait as well. If you can take away the enemy jungler before you go for the neutral objective, there's a very, very, very small chance that you'll lose it compared to whether you have to go for a smite fight because the enemy jungler is around. So the most important things to take away from this clip: denying vision with pink wards and sweepers, and then setting up a trap for the enemy jungler. And the last play I want to show you today is another one involving a Lee Sin. And it starts off with a kick on the Scry's bloom, and as you see here, it reveals a ward with very short duration left. A mental note is made that that is the case, that it's warded, but it won't be warded for much longer. You see how much time it's got left, you take that away from the in-game time, and then you know when you're safe to go for his play, which is exactly now. So the bait involved in this play is lulling the enemy team into a false sense of security, making them think that they're safe because they had that ward down, which means that when the ward expires, you sneak in straight away, you get that kill onto the LeBlanc, you get that kill onto the Zyra. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. To be honest, the bait in this play was pretty much what I mentioned before. It's all about that false sense of security when you squeeze in right as the ward expires. It's very, very rare in solo queue that teams will prep to like overlap wards, or they'll realize that their ward is expiring. It's much more common that they'll just see that the ward's gone down and be like, oh, I guess I should put another ward down here. So if you can take advantage of that little gap, that lapse in their vision, then you can punish them for that. And with all of these plays that we're seeing today, it just takes a little bit of extra thought. Lee Sin could have easily gone up to that ward there, killed the ward, swept it, and then the enemy team would have known he was there and they wouldn't have fallen for this play. But instead, he knows that it's going to expire soon, uses it to his advantage. I think that's all we're really going to show you for today's breakdowns, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought about it down below. Cheeky thumbs up if you liked it, and you can subscribe to me for more content. If you're curious about what the Acer Predator Training Room is, the best way to summarize it is it's a little hub of information that you can use to improve at various different video games. Of course, you know that I'm in charge of the League of Legends side of things, but there are loads of different games there. PUBG, Overwatch, just to name a few. If you want more information, you want to go check it out, then I'll leave some links for you to do so in the description down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.